Hi everyone, welcome back. Nick, I don't think my insurance covers miracle cures.
Might be a problem.
Run for it. Let's go. I think we're home. Oh crap, they found us. Oh, he's just telling us the good news and not about unpaid medical bills.
You know, they're actually really angry at you because now they're not enormous and cute anymore.
They're normal and skinny. Just reminding you that Peach's castle is still protected by malevolent pillows.
Yep. Just walls of them.
Nah, I was just kidding. Healthcare is free. In fact, it's handing out attack pieces with every treatment.
That's handy.
I'm starting to wonder if these attack pieces aren't that big a deal. Maybe just hand them out like lollipops.
They're like trading cards.
Yeah, I mean, that one other toad's just kind of, wandering around trying to find some on the beach.
You gotta collect all of them.
Well, actually, we're going to.
See, you're just really behind the times. Everybody's already collected, like, full sets of foils, so they're just, like, handing out all their crappy regular ones to you.
I mean, that one we got was a rock. Before we head to Peach's castle, there's a couple things to take care of first. On our way to the first thing, this happened. Luigi hit level 25, which means he is now star rank. The only benefit to star rank is you can shop at the large shop in town.
And just look at all of the really expensive things that you can't afford.
They're really expensive. Gathered some more beans from the plains, the Bowser Path, and now I'm working on Bowser Castle. Making Mario and Luigi even more of a complete and total wrecking ball. The downside is I don't really get good numbers on the roulette anymore.
So I guess if you, like, grind levels and get the good bonuses on the roulette, and then use the beans, is that, like, the more efficient way to do it, I guess?
I'm not sure, because I think the stats they give you on that screen are just your base stats without the bonuses. I don't know if I've just been getting too good, or if I'm at some late game stage where they don't give you good numbers anymore.
Yeah, they might be kind of soft capped.
But I mean, I got 1s and 2s with the occasional 3 now. We are deep in Bowser Castle right now. The hints that Starlo has been giving us were scattered on signposts around. It's a extremely easy logic puzzle, and it is the same every time. What I think is this isn't a preservation room, this is the preserves room. This is full of Bowser's homemade jams and jellies.
Yeah. He does like to eat.
Maybe he's been trying his hand at canning.
The next room over is just the toast room.
Well, I mean, just store bread anywhere in the lava-filled castle.
Fresh lava-baked bread.
Thank you for that very large hint, Starlo, but I've already done that. Ooh. It's not jam. This is where the ice cream is. Yeah. I bet it's bean flavored. Everything's bean flavored. Well, no, it's mushroom flavored.
Purple mushroom flavored.
Maybe it's grape? Nobody likes grape. Apparently Mario and Luigi really don't like grape.
They're really embellishing the fake Italian here.
Special fake Italian. Just for this specific scene. This is not, in fact, any food product. It's the bonus boss, the Shroobs. They were the enemy force in Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. And apparently Bowser decided to hold on to a couple of them.
It's a little weird.
Ignore that little sound cut. There definitely is not 3 or 4 failed attempts behind this. As bosses, especially bonus bosses, go, these guys are horribly disappointing. Before I get into that, this is our new special attack from the clinic. That causes a meteor to fall from the heavens, and you have to position yourself left or right and hit it with the hammer. If you get in position early, you can charge up the hammer a little bit, which deal some extra damage.
So when we needed to find an earth-shaking move, we made Luigi fat.
Yes.
And then when we go to the clinic, we get a meteor. Sure, makes sense.
There are very few attacks in it, but there is one extra bonus. You get a quite nice item out of it every time. The reason there's so many failed takes behind this is I'm not very good at that. The lack of a gap between the screens makes it a little hard to line up the meteor.
So we'll just go back to eating.
Yeah, I don't have to do any fancy editing for this one either. You know what's happening.
Now we get a nice close-up of the food.
The reason these guys are so disappointing is you've already seen all of their attacks. They either flag down another one and do the double laser, which always seems to go to Mario a fraction of a second before Luigi, or they spin, and whichever brother they spin towards is the one getting attacked. Other than that, they have 500 health each. As you notice, we are doing a number on them already. Really wish there was more to this.
Fat Luigi's almost as cute as the Fat Toads.
Almost, but he'll never take their place. To make up for it, near the end of this video there is a rather more exciting and interesting boss. Even with my enhanced stats, they do hit very hard. 3 laser blasts will just destroy Mario.
It's also one of those odd bosses that, like, the further in the fight you get, the easier it gets because you're killing a couple of them, so there's less of them remaining.
Right.
Unless you manage to, like, perfectly deal even damage and kill them all at the same time.
With them out of the way, we get our penultimate special attack. We'll be getting the last one later in this video too, and I will actually remember to show them both off.
It's funny, they start out with, like, Mario-related items like the shell and the fire flower, and then you just start getting completely unrelated things. As far as I know, the window is not a reference to anything.
No. That was a little harsh there, Starlo. I mean, really, just... Luigi's been doing a pretty good job so far. You don't gotta... I mean, I know he's the butt of every joke, but...
She's unimpressed.
With that out of the way, we can head back to the clinic. Let's see if that Toad has anything to say now that we've got all the hidden attacks. Nope, he'll be plagued by amnesia for the rest of his days.
Good to know.
Forget that. We have to go shopping.
Yeah!
Finally getting to the upscale joint.
This is really the high point of the game right here.
This isn't just any store. This is an experience. This once again calls into question the whole Mushroom Kingdom economy. Because if you have to be star rank to shop here, who else can shop here? Are there alternate ways of getting star rank?
Maybe?
Clearly it's not a money thing, because I could grind for money all I wanted and they wouldn't let me in here till I hit level 25.
Although, you might not get enough money to actually afford anything here until you're that level anyway.
It does give us a free heal, which is nice.
So is the store actually high enough that you can just see space? Or is it some sort of high-tech hologram display? Because it's not just like looking into the night sky, there's like galaxies and stuff.
Well, I cut it out, but when you're on that elevator, it actually takes 43 hours to get up here.
Yes.
The idea is that the air is so thin, you'll make poor choices and spend more money than you really have. We really can't afford any of the specialty items. So it's new overalls. That's it.
Maybe you'll get some money. Nope.
Nope. For our last shopping experience, complete and utter failure.
You did not have good luck with any of those scratch cards.
No. That's right. We're not heroes of the Mushroom Kingdom. We're heroes of commerce. We've been literally killing things for money and then spending it. We are freshened up and got some new clothes, so let's head to the castle.
Use the miracle cure to get rid of these evil cloud pillows.
I'm sure we'll sprinkle magical essence on them to dissolve them neatly. Or lasers?
Lasers.
Lasers. Yes, just the guidance beam. The miracle cure is just a railgun.
Basically.
Can I just take that with me and use it on everything?
Nope, you used it up. It's done now.
Oh, look, it's one of those fat Goomba things. Blow it into next week.
Better hope the blorbs don't come back, because now there's no more cure to cure them with.
Well, as long as no more toads eat completely random mushrooms they find or are sold by strangers, they're doomed. This is the castle garden.
Pleasant.
It's horrible. It is a terrible, terrible maze. Getting around is a pain in the butt. Peach really needs to hire a better landscaper. Because other than the monsters, none of this looks like Fawful's doing.
Let's go! Okie dokie.
This is a Mechawful. It has 2 attacks. It will fly up off the top of the top screen, and you have to follow the vapor trail to which brother's going to hit, then counter with the hammer. And not shown, it will land in front of one of the brothers, and you have to hammer it. These late game enemies have quite a lot of health. They can also do that.
Then you gotta kill it again.
Not every time, but sometimes its head will detach like that. But it still has very similar moves.
A lot of the late game attacks come at you real quick, don't give you a lot of time to react.
Oh man, when you jump into that shroom fight, that first laser blast comes at you fast and hard. Hey, we're 70% of the way done to our last special attack.
They really are just handing them out this episode.
Yep. It's these guys again. Remember them? They taught us to use the blue shell, which we then used once and mostly ignored. I think I used it one extra time in the Lakeside collection video.
Apparently their leader is a bit more noble than the two followers.
It's also quite chatty. He tends to go on and on and on. Ooh, it's... Punk's got my 7-piece itis, and if only we had some sort of cure that was miraculous we could help him with.
It's gone. Forever.
We blew it up.
The walls were made of anti-cure? You used up all the cure getting rid of it.
Also, no Mario, I'd rather just pay some extortion or bribe than do another minigame. Just giving them the money. You're not saving up for any of those 20,000 coin items in this lifetime. So might as well put it to good use.
Games need to have that option. Like, here's this cool mini game you can play to get this bonus, or you can just buy it. Just pay for it.
So, what? Freemium games on the App Store?
Well, not real money. In-game money.
I don't know, that still sounds quite a lot like the business model for some of those.
Well, apparently the paratroopers don't exactly know how much money you get if you just go around murdering the residents of the Mushroom Kingdom.
They're based around Toad Town, so they could probably just go to, like, Cavie Cape or something and kill a couple Goombas. They'd have 300 coins and an afternoon's work. We do actually have to pay their toll. The other 3 attack pieces are invisible. I think I'm getting ahead of him, though. Spoilers. I ruined the next line of dialogue.
Well, you know where they are, though. Just have to jump around a lot.
That doesn't sound too bad until you realize how vertical this area is.
I'm sure Mario can handle it.
Well, when you know exactly where they are, it's not that bad, but... ugh. One of them is very obvious, the other 2 are not so much. I should probably get into the real problem with this area. It is very vertical. And the vertical areas, like these pink walkways, they're hard to get up to. You can only do it in certain areas. And because it's a 2D game, perspective is a little off. It can be difficult to see when you're going to drop onto something, or if you can actually reach an upper area. And sometimes if you miss a spin jump, you just fall, and there's a decent amount of backtracking involved.
Or if you, like, mess up the timing with making both of them jump.
Which is very easy to do. Test video was not a pretty sight. It's about 20 minutes straight of useless wandering. Most of the items in this area aren't impressive. It's mostly coins and a couple usable items.
Never enough coins.
Besides all this meandering, let's just try the front door.
Those Fawful Peach statues are a little disturbing.
I love them so much. I like Fawful as a villain. He's just so unashamedly goofy. He's just about as effective as any other Mario villain, but just fawfulizes everything.
Surprised those mushrooms on the floor of the towers aren't Fawful faces or have the little glasses on or something.
Just like swirls painted over the eyes.
Can we just have like super Fawful bros? You just like all the power-ups have Fawful glasses on them and stuff?
I would play the Fawful game. I mean, what kind of game would it be?
I don't know. I figure just like a regular Mario game, but with Fawful. It could be like a Mega Man game or something, because he's got the little like ray gun.
You people in the thread, handful of appreciated posters. What do you think the Fawful game would be? And don't say anything like the Tingle game. We don't talk about that.
That game's weird.
Well, so is Tingle, so it fits.
Let's go! Okie dokie.
Well, Luigi took a boulder to the head, he's dead.
Yep. Welcome to more recolors. These are Metal Muffle moles. They are exactly like previous Muffle moles. Except they're not even really metal, they're just painted gray.
Maybe they're like metal. Yeah.
They're just pissed off because they failed during the casting call for Brutal Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, when some of the content was cut, they had to be taken out. Couldn't fit. Alright, last tech piece is over here, and this is the only obvious one. While ballooning over, you actually bump into it, so it is physically there.
That's another kind of interesting thing, is like in different Mario games, whether or not the invisible blocks exist until you reveal them. Because I think there are some other Mario games where like you can run into the invisible blocks, but then in some of them you can pass right through them unless you jump up and hit them from the below.
I'm pretty sure in the original Mario RPG they were physically there. But in most of the side-scrollers, especially the more trolling ones, like Lost Levels, they were not there until you hit them and then inevitably fell straight down into a pit.
Yep. A lot of the newer Mario games, like the new 3D ones, don't really... like Galaxy and stuff like that, don't really have invisible blocks anymore, do they?
I mean, having them in 3D games is rough.
It is.
Our last returning mechanic from previous games is... everyone dies of water poisoning.
Fat Mario!
Yep, gotta complete the set.
I'm pretty sure every character has some way to just become fat now.
Finally completing the theme for this game. Obesity.
We've come full circle.
And the circle is full of cake.
I don't think Peach has become fat yet.
No. I seem to remember Peach getting fat in something?
I'm not positive.
After the emotional roller coaster that is Super Princess Peach, she probably went on some kind of eating binge. Couldn't get enough work. She's actually a guest star in Fat Princess for PSN.
All of the Toads look up to her so much that when that happened to her, then that's why they all started being depressed and got fat too.
Our next boss, more interesting than the bonus boss, is literally garbage.
What a piece of trash.
Apparently, Midbus has been hanging around Fawful a little much. His speech patterns are getting a little less intelligent. I'm a little confused by that statement. Is he implying that there is a dance button on the remote control and he just didn't hit them?
Maybe. I'd believe it. I mean, who built it? Tim?
I'm guessing he did.
Or Fawful? I could see them putting a dance button on it. Definitely Fawful.
Well, since we haven't seen Midbus in a while, I'm guessing he's the one who's doing it. Here's our first new attack, Magic Window. Pretty simple, just hit the correct button. Sometimes both of them will jump out of a window at once. Each attack does significantly less damage than a regular jump, but it goes on for a while. Eventually it just gets a little too fast, or the effects get in the way and it's hard to see which brother you are attacking with.
Quite a bit of damage, though.
It does rack up. That's a good quarter or fifth of his health. Here's the other one. You just shoot the little stars at the big star, and it's color-coded, and there's a time limit. This one's actually single target and does another boatload of damage. So the boss is actually almost half dead.
That starts to happen when you get all these crazy super moves going.
He has some really cool attacks. Like this one, where you get a bucket on your head. It's kind of wander back and forth, and when you jump, it freezes you in place, and you have to dodge the thwomps like that. You can jump continuously to just constantly stay in one place. He also summons Junker Cans, which there's really not a lot of point in beating them up, because more will just constantly come in. When you beat them though, enemies pop out. And finally Luigi gets put in his place.
They just don't stop ragging on him, do they?
No. And I think that attack might be unique to him. In both this and my test recording, only Luigi got hit with that.
It is neat when they do some things like that. It's like, this attack will only ever hit this person.
The challenge is, of course, if there's more than one can, you have to remember which one Luigi ended up in. The Junker doesn't even use his turn to summon more cans. The only thing their presence does is allows him to use that Trash Shake attack, which can summon any number of things. Scutlets, fish, or bombs. Also, paper and, I think, underpants.
There's a lot of stuff in the trash.
It's all clinging to the sides. It's gotta shake it nice and hard to get everything out. Just like real life.
Maybe when he tosses them off screen, they just go and, like, gather up more stuff. Go back to our old standby, Fat Luigi.
Yep. It's a good all-enemy attack. It's fairly easy to get an excellent on, and hits hard.
Yeah, it's a nice, simple, and quick one.
Also, how well you do does affect how big Luigi gets. The more things you eat, the fatter he gets.
Can't really compete for the single target damage, but...
No. Junker's defense is on the higher side. On all the much better boss than the Shroobs. A lot of attack variety. Just a lot more fun to play. Obviously the trash cans just charge you. But the big thing is, like the bees back in the plains with Bowser, if they see you readying your hammer too early, they will stop and compact and render themselves invulnerable. Also, I need to stop jumping into fish.
You really do need to stop jumping into this fish.
Doesn't matter. I've had enough of this.
For some reason, jumping when you weren't supposed to feels a lot worse than not jumping when you should have.
I do like the variation in its attack is you can see the stars clumping up, and if you get lots of singles, this happens. Dink, dink, dink.
You blew him up with stars, and then more stars flew out of him.
Let me know when I get to 120.
Well, you found some special gloves in the trash.
Yeah.
Not really sure where that's going. 1 HP. I hope that you get to the final boss fight and, like, something hits you and you're left with 1 HP. And we can say that that level up was worth it. It saved your life.
Yeah, when the roulette is nothing but ones and then 1 or 2 decent numbers, it is hard to get the good ones.
Yeah. It's very hard to pinpoint.
Oh, hey! That looks familiar. Hey, it's that guy! Remember him? Oh, apparently, they took the safe pretty far.
That was kind of random.
It was!
You beat this boss! Here, let him run off screen and grab that safe and throw him and break Bowser. Wait, what? Why? Why did he do any of this?
I'm a little confused as to why just throwing the safe like that would break it when Bowser hammering on it from the inside did nothing.
Maybe he weakened it.
Oh, I hope Junker's okay. Sounds like he went to oh. Well, you were a good boss.
I'll never forget you.
And you unlocked a shortcut. There's actually lots of the castle garden we didn't see, but it's just more items. Thanks for watching.